so I am back. I'm gonna play a game called Zillion. Now, Zillion is an amazing game for the Sega Master System. So, came out when I was a kid. I was born in 1983. This game came out in '87. I didn't quite play it when I was 4. I played it a few years later when I was 6 or 7. But it's a pretty fun game, and I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So anyways, first of all, let me see if, okay, wow, it's actually showing up. Okay, because before it wasn't showing up. Okay, great. So Zillion, like I said, is, it's from 1987. Let me actually reset the game real quick. And that's the title screen, what you see. You see some guy shooting at you. Um, Yeah, and it was made in 1987, published by Sega. It's a pretty good game. So let's jump into it right now. And I'm playing this game on an emulator, which took me a long time to figure out how to get it to show up on Twitch, but now it is. So basically, we're gonna run through this screen first. If you've never played this game, now when I was a kid, I probably was like maybe 7 or 8 when I first played this game, and it's like, okay, steal all this stuff, blah blah blah. What does all this mean? I don't give a shit. So, because you're a little kid, you just want to play the game. So, but this screen is very important because it basically tells you everything that's gonna happen in the game. So yeah, as you've been reading, you have to obtain these discs, and once you obtain them, you have to put the command explode in the base's main computer and destroy the base. Now, so yeah, it seems easy, but it's really not. And I didn't realize how complex this game was. But it's really fucking complex. So, anyways, let's get into this. I wonder if you can see all the text. Yeah, you can see all the text. You might miss some of it, but that's alright. Okay, to accomplish your mission. Like, I always thought that was weird that they do to accomplish your... Because this is the way I read it as a little kid. To accomplish your mission. Good luck. Like that. I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, so you definitely want to display all the commands available. Now, you notice that's Opa Opa from Fantasy Zone, which is was a hugely popular character, and Opa Opa shows up periodically in this game. Not a main character, just some random thing in this game. So you want to display it. So it's saying you must input an ID card to activate the computer for the main computer. However, the red ID card is required. After use, it will not be returned to you except in the case where the command door open is used. Well, and door open is command 0, which is different in every room. So this game utilizes a very interesting feature where you essentially, like it says, each room is closed, and each room is closed off to the next room by a code. Input 4 letters. They call them letters, but they're really characters, which appear in the secret box, which is destroyed. Which I'm not sure why they just said that blatantly. It's kind of like breaking the fourth wall, but oh well. The ID card will then be returned to you. So they had to give you all these complex instructions because the game is pretty complex. I'm not sure why they made it this complex for little kids, but you know. Okay, so these are all the main codes, the map display. This is the only way you can get the map to show up. I think there's only one other way you can get it to show up, like the halfway mark in the game, I think. But okay, and laser barrier stop, which you'll want to do that sometimes because the lasers can hurt you and kill you, so hold on a second. Okay. Okay, so the next one is sensor stop. Sensor stop, because there are many enemies that will come and attack you if you make the sensors go off. So sensor stop does just that, it turns it off. moving walkway stop. You'll never need to stop moving walkways. You'll probably stop other stuff that moving walkways take you into, but yeah, moving walkways, you'll probably never use that stop. Auto gun stop. There are some places later on in the game that have guns that shoot at you, but yeah, that's not so bad. Warp A takes you, I believe, to the last terminal you were at. Warp B takes you to the end of the game, but you can only get there once you get to the end of the game, because sometimes you might have to backtrack to find something. So Warp B takes you back to the end of the game. And then this last one here, this next one here, base explosion main. So the whole point of this mission is to get these floppy disks and get out of the base, and then explode the base. So without this code, you cannot beat the game. It's kind of weird like that, where you can't beat the game, but you basically just have to do that. So okay, all right. Now you can cancel the explosion, and I won't explain why that's important, but you'll see later, hopefully, if we get to the end of this game. And then the last code here is suicide. So why would you want to commit suicide? Basically, this is actually how I learned what the word suicide meant, because when I was a little kid, I'm like, what's suicide? I thought that was a Japanese thing. But then I did it just to test it out, and it killed me, and I was like, oh, that's what suicide means. It means to kill yourself. It's kind of weird that you have to enter a code to kill yourself, but you might not think, why would you want to commit suicide? You might think, why would you want to commit suicide? There are some instances where that would be beneficial, but yeah. So anyways, let's get to the game. So we're here. You play as JJ. If you go back into this little transport thing, you can basically heal yourself. This is the only place where you can fully heal yourself. And I feel like this game was rushed out in a hurry, because that's the only place you see those like semi-cutscene things. Alright, and one thing that is really important in this game is what I'm doing now, which is crawling on the ground, because you will do this like 90% of the time probably, so... Whoa, what the fuck happened? Something happened. Oh, for some reason it stopped me. I couldn't move. Okay. Alright. And that may happen a few times, because I am using an emulator program to do this, so... Okay, and some of these containers have cards. This one, I didn't know what that was. I always thought it was a cloud, but I guess it's bread. And it says power up, but all it does is it replenishes your life, so. Okay. And now, like I said, each, actually, let me go explain that really quick before we actually destroy more stuff. So each room has a computer. And each of them have codes that you have to input. So now it is possible, there is a bunch of key cards in the game, but if you input a wrong command, like after 3 times it'll keep your card, which is horrible, because you don't want to run out of cards. That basically means game over. But there is 4 letters in each room, and you find these 4 letters throughout the room. Now, there are some rooms where you have to go somewhere else to get the code, or you have to guess the code, because it doesn't give you it. But there's not many of those rooms. Most of them have the codes inside the room. So let me explain. So when I was a little kid, I used to write all these codes down, but later I came up with a system to remember this code. So this game is very good for memory. Very, very good for memory. So the codes I came up with were based on what these characters look like. So The first one, so for example, my code was for this one M, heart, bun, U, champ as in champagne, thing, because I don't know what the fuck that is, key, but, and then another key, and then 0. I used to have another name for this key, I couldn't remember, round key or something, I don't know. And that's it, yeah. Now if you just exit without typing anything in, it just gives you your card back, so that's good. So after I've explained all this shit to like a game that's essentially for like 10-year-olds, let's continue. Okay, so the first one is butt. Butt thing. Oh yeah, and I hit pause by accident. Butt thing. Butt thing key. Oh yeah, that's one of the sensors. Most of the time sensors, you can't see them. And I'll explain that later. There is a way you can see them, but not till later. So key, so I've already forgotten. So I think it's keys. Yeah, so 2 keys. We're not, so keys, but thing. So keys, but thing. Now the maze itself does not, because it's a maze of rooms, the maze itself does not change. However, the codes do every time you play, which is kind of nice. And after you kill enough guys, I guess they stop coming, so. Okay, so it doesn't matter what order you put, it doesn't matter what order you put those letters in. You can put them in any order, and it will open the door. Set command 0, which is the basic command. The reason why there isn't a normal command 0 because every room has a different code. So as you can see, it put a little line on the ground, which is supposed to indicate something. So you go over the line. Oh, it's an elevator. So you push up to go up. So now, okay, so this room is empty. As you can see, my laser doesn't do anything to this container because there are, you'll get power-ups later, which I don't think this is the first game that has power-ups, but it's one of the first, and it's pretty nice. Okay, so you get another power-up. Now these power-ups not only give you full health, they also power up your character a little bit more, so you always want to get these power-ups. But you also want to be strategic when you get these power-ups, because if you're low on health, you want to get one when you're almost dying and it brings you to full health. So this is a scope. Now a scope is another kind of power-up. Now you can see that that sensor line came up as soon as I grabbed it, so scopes are nice to have. Now it shows you in here what level of scope you have. So he has, so that Z power means Zillion power. Is 1, jump is 2, scope is 1. I don't know how you increase your jump power, but yeah. So there's a lot, there's more than one type of power up in this game. I know I'm talking about this a lot, it's just because I love this game a lot. Now that sensor line that set off the alarm before, you can see it. Now, why you want to do this now is you don't need to do this now, but it makes it easier later. So we're gonna go this way now. Okay, so that thing on the ground is a mine. They keep coming from either direction. So you don't want to go over this, obviously. You want to jump over them, which I'm not. The jumping in this game is not very easy. It's a little bit easier with the joystick, but still hard. And I only know this because this is a secret. You keep shooting here. Yep, and it opens up a secret door. I only know that because I've played this game a million times. So. There are secrets in this game. Okay, now this is actually a power-up. So we're going to go ahead and get this. So let's see. First, let's get this power-up. Okay, so it doesn't bring you to full health. Oh yeah, that's right. It only brings your health up after... Okay, card. Okay, so level up. Level up. So let's see. Does that level up the gun? No, it doesn't level up the gun. It just levels up your life. So leveling up just levels up your life, like your total max life. So I can't remember if you go in and come out. Yeah, you can still use those. So I was mistaken. It's not, so eating the bread doesn't bring you to full life. It brings you up a little bit. If you're already at full life, it does nothing. So there's also a secret over here, but I don't need it right now. So you will need some of those life things later, though. Okay, here we go. We have another computer. Thing is the first keyword. Thing, M. Now, you can decide how you want to do this. Like, you can turn off the laser sensor, or you can just run through it. I'm just going to run through it. So bun you, okay, bun you M thing. Yeah, bun you M thing. So just remember that, bun you M thing. Bun you M thing. Yep, so that opens up the door up there. Nice. Okay, so you can see I'm kind of low on life. So what I could do is, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that right now. I'll show you that secret. There's a secret over here, too, which you only find out just by messing around with stuff. I don't know if that was an intentional secret or not, so... Okay. Alright. Now, this is a game I really did play to death when I was a kid. I mean, I love it so much, so... And hopefully you guys are hearing all the sounds. Sounds like you are. So... Okay. Yeah, and luckily with the sensor, they only send in so many guys, and then that's it, so... You always want to get cards, though. Cards are so important in this game, because there's going to be times when you waste them. So you want to grab as many cards as you can. Oh, I didn't have much luck there. Okay, so now we have this room, which this room kind of sucks ass. There is another power-up in this room. And there's that. That gun is a gun power-up, which is amazingly good. Now, because like most people, I didn't pay attention, so I don't know the code for turning off the the laser beams, so Okay, so I'm just trying to find it. Okay, here we go. So which code? Laser barrier stop um, is all hearts. Okay, of course it is. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do all hearts. Level up card and gun. So this gun is awesome. Now, there is a code for this room, but you have to guess. There's this is one of the few rooms in the game where you have to guess what the code is. And every time you guess incorrectly, you have three tries, but if you guess incorrectly, you will lose your key. So we just have to guess. Yeah, so it says error. Yeah, operation stop. So basically what that means is that you failed 3 times, so it kept your key card. So now I have 7 key cards. So I can always come back and try and get this, because obviously what that does is it just opens that up. So I'm gonna try one more time, because I don't want to waste too many key cards on this. So this one you'll just have to choose random codes, because the codes are always different. But actually, I want to check something out here really quick. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to see if it adds. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't. Okay, well, let's try this code. Operation stop. Okay, so now I only have 6 because I just wasted 2 keys trying to open that. So let's not worry about that. So now, as you see, my beam is bigger because. Now, luckily, these guys don't try and get you. Okay. So, what I'm going to do at this point is actually go back. Now, once you get the next power up, you should be able to just shoot landmines, but I'm just going to take the hit from the landmines. Because there is a failsafe in this game. Which is going back to the very beginning to get full health. Which is what I'm going to do. So this will bring me back to full life. This is the only place you can go to get full life. Okay, actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay, so we went both ways. Now we can go down. Hopefully we don't get hit. Nope. And they don't follow us. Now, you can check every corner. There's not a secret at every corner, but... there are a lot of secrets in this game compared to other games of its time. So M bun N bun U heart. M bun U heart. We're gonna go ahead and do that right now. M bun U heart. Okay. Where else? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Also, every time you enter a code, it eats your key. So, for example, when I do this, I don't get my key back. So, that's why it's always good to... That's why it's always good to collect as many cards as you can, although you usually collect them anyways, so... yeah, so I'm just gonna leave that there in case I need it later, so... heart. I think that was a key. Heart, key. Heart, keys. Butt. Heart, keys, butt. Pretty easy one. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's a moving walkway. And you see there's a different kind of container here, which obviously means you need a better gun, but I'm just gonna take the hit, I don't care. So, okay, so we got key. We got key, champ thing, U. Key, champ thing, U. And we can't break this because we don't have that level. So key thing, champ, U. Now, can I remember which key it was? Key thing, champ, U. Nope, it was this key. Key thing, champ, U. Yep, it was that one. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to go back and get that power up. Luckily, the power-ups stay, and that's something I always forgot when I was a kid. This game is so awesome, though. I mean, even though it's very complicated for a game for 10-year-olds, it's still pretty fun. Okay, now this room you can't even get through without that Zillion power-up, so we're gonna get... okay, so that's you. Okay, so we got U key, champ, and then this is gonna set off the guards. U key, champ thing. U key, champ thing. Now, if you're good enough, you can jump without U key, champ. Yeah, like that. U key. Okay, so U. Which key was it? I think it was this. U key, champ, as in champagne, and thing. Because I have no fucking idea what that's supposed to be. So, alright, so we open the door. Now you see there's actually two ways to go. You see that there's a door going this way, and you see that little line. That's actually an elevator that'll take you down. So now the game branches, which is pretty cool. And we probably should kill these assholes. Luckily, they only send a few assholes when the alarm goes off, so... we're gonna go this way first, though. Fuck. Oh yeah, some of those guys do duck. As you go on in the game, the bad guys actually have power-ups too. there are secret